Good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here tonight, and I'm just making some adjustments here on the side. Okay, there we go. Everything's good. Really glad you're here tonight, and we have a robust lineup of muscle car entertainment on tap for you tonight. I just can't wait to share it with you. And I'm really excited tonight, and I'll tell you why. I've been networking with a lot of different people trying to get the ball rolling as far as viewership for this podcast, as well as trying to reach contacts that are willing to share footage with me. And I'm making progress on both. I'm proud and happy to report to you that that's the case. I've had a number of people this week willing to share some footage with me, which I'm really excited about. And in fact, it's a embarrassment of riches, if you will, because I had so much footage shared with me this week that some of it I'm going to have to push off into next week. So if you're on here tonight anticipating seeing some footage that you shared with me and that doesn't happen, please don't be disappointed. It's probably going to come up next week, and I invite you to visit us then, and I'll send you a link so that you know it's going to be on the podcast next week. So let's take a look. What do we got first here tonight? We've got some footage sent to us by Frank Kaiser. He has a 1970 Dodge Challenger and a 1974 Trans Am. Let's take a look at this footage that he sent to us this week. So thank you so much for Franz Kaiser for sharing that footage with us. We really appreciate it. And like I said, thanks to all of the others as well who have shared footage with me this week. And if you have a muscle car in your garage or more than one, please take some footage for me. All you need to do is use your cell phone and hold it up horizontally like this for a wide shot, not vertical like this. It's very difficult to work with vertical footage, but just walk around the car. If you feel like it, talk it up. If you're not comfortable with talking it up, that's okay too. As you can see in the footage that Franz sent me, I just put some music under it, and it was really nice footage. I think we all enjoyed it. And here, I'm going to pop up a graphic here real quick. These are the guidelines for what we're looking for. Just the obvious stuff: no nudity, profanity, religion, politics. Hold the camera horizontal, as I mentioned, and keep it under 5 minutes. There's a few other things there, and if you're thinking about sending some footage in, just pause the screen for a moment for the rest of those details. But let's take a look at what's next on tap here on the podcast tonight. We've got a 2019 Dodge Challenger. Now, this Challenger is for sale by Dirk at B&B Auto Sales. Let's take a look at this Challenger.
Hi, this is Dirk from B&B Auto Sales, and today we're going to show you our 19 Dodge Challenger RT. It was a trade-in on a Mustang Shelby 350, so sports car to a bigger sports car. But he loved this car. His wife wanted a yellow Shelby, so we found him one and he traded it in. So he bought it new, one owner car. Very, very low miles, 11,000 miles on it. I don't know if I can find a flaw on it. There might be a chip here and there or something, but wheels are in great shape. Like I said, 11,000 miles on the tires. Sunroof option car. The fun part about this, it's a manual transmission. So it's got 6-speed manual, so a lot of fun. Start it up here for you. Heated seats. So, got a nice rumble to it. Of course, Bluetooth, stereo system, 2 fobs, got the floor mats. So like I said, this guy has lots of sports cars, so and he takes very good care of them. So it's a super, super nice car, super low miles, and plum crazy purple. You don't see many of them that are plum crazy purple. So, so very, very cool car. Got a great look to it, and you'll definitely be noticed in it. So and that I think comes off. One small rock chip right there. So like I said, maybe a few of them, but not very many. So super, super nice car, really cool color, and a fun car to drive with the 5.7 Hemi and the 6-speed. So any questions, give us a call, 605-692-7010.
I am plumb. Pardon me, I am plumb crazy about the color on that Challenger that Dirk has shared with us. And thank you so much to Dirk from B&B Auto Sales for sharing that. It's really neat to see Mopar continuing with that color that was really popular in the early 70s. It's really nice to see them keeping that alive. Now, before we go on to more videos, let's just check the comments real quick. I see there are some coming in. Let's see, we've got Nikki Knapp saying, hey, Mike. And Nikki Knapp is someone who shared footage with us. I think it was of a Cadillac on our first episode. So he was he was on board from the very beginning. And we thank him so much for being on. He says he loves the Screaming Chicken from the previous video, that Trans Am. And he likes the RT as well. Also, we have Christmas Nut Job saying, love it. And BCJ Vids telling us this is awesome. So thank you to everyone for the positive feedback. It's also good to know that everyone can see my face and hear my voice. I really appreciate it. And one last thing before we go on to the next video, if you enjoy viewing and posting cars for sale, there are links in the description to some free places to do exactly that, places to view and post cars and trucks for sale. So do check that out. And lastly, before we get on to the next video, if you're curious about advertising here on the podcast, we have very favorable rates, and I would love to discuss that with you. My number is on the screen. Please give me a call, and I will be happy to discuss advertising opportunities and set up a custom package that is exactly right for your budget and your goals. All right, so without further ado, next up, we've got some footage. This is from a car show I went to a few weeks ago in Florida, Kissimmee, Florida, and I had a chance to visit with Larry and Debbie, and they were talking up their 1965 Ford Galaxie 500 XL. They were a really nice couple. Let's meet them right now.
Yes, this is Larry. Retired, of course. My wife found my 65 Galaxie 500. I seen one 50 years ago. It's a Thunderbird edition, 352, 300 horse, Thunderbird engine, Thunderbird emblems, Thunderbird interior. It's got 39,000 original miles right now. I bought it from Indiana from a Chevy car dealer.
Chevy car dealer. Wow.
A Chevy collector.
Wow.
It's the only Ford he had in his lot. He sold. We got to Indianapolis. He said we could null what I told him I'd pay for it. He said if I didn't want it, it'd be no problem. He'd keep it.
Yeah.
I bought it.
Yeah. Nice.
It's all original interior. It's got the Thunderbird interior, Thunderbird seats. Thunderbird, everything's original in it except for the water pump and fuel pump. Went out when I drove it back.
Sure.
I fixed it.
Nice. So you have memories of these from back in the day. This is why you picked this one?
I had one 50 years ago.
You had one like this 50 years ago?
I read one.
That's
Except
amazing.
It wasn't a Thunderbird edition.
Sure.
It was just a plain Galaxie 500.
Sure.
Resto mod.
Yeah.
450 horse, 390, 4-speed. I put in it, and I went to Vegas with the car.
To Vegas, wow.
Yes. And I got a picture of it at home.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a great cruiser.
Nice.
Even my young wife thinks so too.
Nice. Hey, young wife.
Debby.
Nice to meet you, Debby. Cool.
And we enjoy it. And if I do sell it, I want one with a 4-speed.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
It's got a few things it needs, a little headliner and a few other odds and ends.
Yeah.
Paint. But only thing in my thing is wrong with it is it doesn't have a 4-speed. My wife don't think so.
Sure.
Just so you know.
Right.
Everybody knows. But being a retired road driver,
Yeah.
that's, you know, nothing like better than a her shifter in an old car.
Oh, yeah. Shifting yourself, squeezing
Right.
all the power out of it you can.
Right.
What's that now?
That's what I drove for in Wisconsin.
Oh, you drove this for a living?
Here, I'll pick it up for you.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
For being a good boy, no missing days, no wrecks.
Before we move.
You earn this. You don't get this.
So they don't just hand this out to everybody. You've got to have a good record. And
He's got Starliner, Whitler. Yeah.
oh, look at that.
One's wrecked. Ford wrecked
Yeah.
one of them. And then the other one is not wrecked, and he has both.
Wow.
If you want to.
Wow.
You know, this comes like this.
That is cool.
There's only one reason I know about these cars.
Yeah.
Old Hank Robson in Algoma, Wisconsin, where I'm from, he had a pair of these on his show. That's why I know. It's for the body shop, for the promotion. For the
Oh,
Ford
like a
dealership.
before and after? Is that what they're trying to do with it?
Before and after.
Wow. So they made it like that.
Right.
Wow. That is cool.
Yeah. I've seen two other people that knew where they were.
Wow.
But otherwise, well, you know, you're talking 1960, 55 years ago, 60 years ago.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah, no doubt. There's probably one of a handful left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find them.
Sure.
No, not that.
Very cool.
And plus, that was my first car out of high school. It was a 1960 Starliner.
Oh, really? Like that?
Yeah.
Nice.
No.
Oh, look at that.
It was identical to this.
Just like that. Wow.
That was my first car out of high school
That's amazing.
in '67.
Wow. 67.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know what that thing's worth now?
Quite a lot, I'm sure.
I don't think if it's all original like Kiss and everything, I don't think you'll touch it for $80.
Wow.
And I was told this AMT kit is worth more than probably all of them combined.
Really?
They don't make these no more.
Wow. Oh, yeah, they don't do those. Yeah, the MTs, yeah.
It's all AMT, all the cheaper versions.
Sure.
This is all detailed and everything on it.
Yeah. That's really cool. Well, cool. Yeah, I really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was really fun visiting with Larry and Debby. That was a really good time. And I love that show and tell that he was doing. I don't know if you caught that with those two miniatures that he had, those two miniature blue cars. That was a promotional thing for a body shop. One of them was a normal car and the other had some fake damage on it to show kind of a before and after for what a body shop can do. I got to think that is incredibly rare. And I do thank Larry and Debby for showing that to me. Now, before we move on, we do have some comments coming in. Let's take a look. We've got my wonderful girlfriend checking in saying, hello, great podcast. Thank you so much. And then we've got Nikki saying, oh, I look like I'm ready to announce Daytona. That's probably a little ahead, but you never know, someday. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Let's see, where were we here? Next up, we've got some more footage that was sent in just this last week. I've got an embarrassment of riches here. I got some footage from Brian Hoffer. This is his 1971 Oldsmobile 442. And if I can get in the right screen here, let's take a look at that. So thank you to Brian Hoffer for the footage of that 1971 Oldsmobile 442. Great looking car, and even greater than the look of the car is the sound of that engine. Gotta love that rumble. Really appreciate that. And if you're viewing this live tonight, I see we've got some people on here live. Please make a comment. Let me know where you're viewing this from. Let me know what your favorite muscle car is, or if you have a muscle car, let me know what that might be. I'd love to hear from you. Please make a comment, and after this next video, we're going to take a look at those comments and give a shout out to everyone who said hello. So next up, we've got a video. This is an interview I did with Ray Donley in July in St. Albans, Vermont, at a car show over there. This is his 1973 Corvette. And one thing I will say about it is this is not stock, which is one of the best things about it. Let's take a look at Ray's Corvette. I think you're going to like it.
Hi, my name's Ray Donley from Colchester, Vermont, and I got a 73 Corvette made up of a bunch of different parts. Front half 72, the back half's a 73, engine's a 9454 engine dyno with 900 horse.
900 horse.
900 horse. Haven't had it on strip, actually. It's the first car show and it's the first time out.
Wow.
My son and I have been working on it for the last 18 years.
18 years,
18
wow.
years, yeah.
So with that 900 horse, even on the street, I mean, when you hit it, does it...
It'll
You
spin
can
the
feel it?
tires in second gear. Yeah.
Wonderful.
But it's also an attraction. The police love it. So
I
gotta
bet
be
they do.
careful because they hear one squeak and they're right on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one look at that engine out of the hood, they know where it came from.
Yep. Yeah, and you can actually see the top of the blower from the back of the car.
Oh, really?
You're coming from behind, yeah.
That's amazing.
So it sticks up there quite a bit.
Nice. How long have you had the car?
Yeah, almost 20 years.
20 years. Wow, good.
18 years in the making. I've registered. It's my first time out. It's the
Yeah.
first car show with it. And I'm excited to get it out. Really haven't driven it very far, 10 miles maybe, the most.
Sure.
So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, how cool was that? 900 horsepower. That thing is really got to move. I would love to go for a ride in that. And you can be sure I'd be wearing my seatbelt. But yeah, it was really nice meeting Ray Donley and hearing about that modified Corvette that he's got. Now, if you do like Corvettes, I'm going to tease you a little bit. I've got something coming up in the next couple of weeks. My good friend Bill Stull out in Wisconsin has got a custom vet that he's done. To me, it reminds me a little bit of the Corvette from the movie Corvette Summer. It doesn't look quite like it, but it's intense like that. And it really makes an impression when you see it. He sent me some images of it. Well, maybe if I don't have footage from him yet next week, maybe I'll tease you with some still images to build up the anticipation on that car. But hopefully in the coming weeks here, I'll have some footage from him of that custom Corvette to share with you. So what else have we got on tap here? We've got a 1967 Ford Mustang. I see I made a typo there on that graphic. And this car is for sale by Thomas at MGM Classic Cars. And before we look at that, let's take a quick look. I'm sorry, I'm going out of order here, but I'm going to do it. I see we've got a comment that has come in. Someone is saying, hi, Mike LaPierre. It must be a friend of mine. Thank you so much for saying hello tonight and for viewing. Really appreciate it. And let's go back to the other screen, and let's take a look at that 1967 Mustang, Ford Mustang, for sale by Thomas at MGM Classic Cars. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, Thomas coming to you from MGMClassicCars.com, and today I have this 1967 Ford Mustang to show you guys. The car's been restored and gone through. Beautiful red paint throughout the car, sitting on awesome chrome crackers. Rocker moldings look good. Paint looks really, really nice on the car. If there's any blemishes, I am going to point them out in the video. Beautiful bezels in the back, excellent chrome, beautiful setup on this car. The stance, little skinnies in the front. All the weather stripping looks good. Brake lines, fuel lines have been gone through. It's got a nice 289 motor in it. I don't believe it's stock. It is powerful. It does move out. There you go. Very clean engine compartment. Tag is right there set up. This is a 289 cubic inch with headers. Shocks have been gone through. It's a 3-speed manual. Very nice chrome bezels, weather stripping. Okay, door lips look really nice. Factory welds. Interior has been gone through. Rockers look great. Center console is nice. Back seat intact with the seat belts. Headliner is good. Dome light functions. Dash pad. Wooden steering wheel. Guys, this is a nice car. No kidding. Shows 23,000 miles on the car. Everything in here looks good. Right there, baby. 3-speed. Trunk is really nice on the car as well. The car's been restored, guys. Nice restored little Mustang. Big 4-inch in the back, multi-leaf setup, dual exhaust, brake lines, fuel lines have been gone through. Let's fire this up. I want you guys to hear it really fast. It does sound really, really good. Listen to this thing. Let's go for a quick ride. Speedo functions. It goes in gear really good. The car steers excellent. Clutch feels really good on the car. Horn functions. All the glass in the car is in good condition. There's no cracks in, there's no cracks in the windshield. No stone chips. Actually, it's a brand new windshield. Turn signals function great, as they should. Downshifts excellent. Wipers work, horn works. No defrost, it doesn't seem like. Oh, there's a lot of traffic out. Seems like all the gauges are functional. Car sounds mean. Ooh, this is fun. A lot of thumbs up anywhere you go. Hope that cop don't pull me over. Anyway, MGM Classic Cars located at 150 South Church Street, Addison, Illinois, 60101. We are located 20 minutes from Chicago O'Hare Airport and 45 minutes from Midway. If you guys and gals want to stop in, check out the car in person, it's not a problem. We now offer driveway delivery, fully insured to your doorstep. Just text me with your zip code and I'll get you a quote. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, the bottom red button. This thing angles really nice too. If you need financing, if your credit score is 625 to 725, please go to mgmclassiccars.com, fill out the credit application. If your score is 725 or higher, go to lightstream.com and fill out the application there. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, like I said earlier. If you're watching on Facebook, like it and share it, guys. This classic car stuff is increasing in value every single day. Get yourself a tangible asset. You will not go wrong. Paint on this car is really nice along with the interior. Drive stops, runs excellent like it should. Again, my name is Thomas, mgmclassiccars.com. This is the name of the game. You can reach me at 847-848-1850. I prefer texts over calls, but go ahead and if you don't text, then just give me a voicemail at the end of the tone. Thanks for watching, mgmclassiccars.com.
Yes, thank you to Thomas at mgmclassiccars.com for taking us for a ride in that 67 Ford Mustang. That is a sweet ride, and that car is for sale. If you're curious about it, there's a number in the description where you can reach out to Thomas and find out more about it and have that conversation. It's a really sweet ride, and I thank Thomas so much, as well as Dirk at B&B, for having footage available for me every single week in this podcast. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate you being there for me with solid footage every single week. So thank you for that. And if you're curious, guys, about purchasing a muscle car, these are two great places that I work with every week. They share footage with me every week. They're very reliable. B&B Auto Sales and MGM Classic Cars, two excellent places to shop for a muscle car. Their phone numbers are in the description. Please reach out to them. If you would, they've been very supportive of this program, and we really appreciate that. And let's reciprocate that by showing them a little love if you're looking for a muscle car. All right, what do we have next? We have Scott Reeves, 1964 Pontiac GTO. Now, this car is for sale as well. This is going to turn back the clock quite a few years. It's an amazing time capsule because this 1964 GTO looks like it just came out of the showroom. Let's have a look.
So this is my legendary 1964 GTO. I'm the third owner. It was originally purchased in Long Beach, California at Mike Salta Pontiac. It was purchased in February, according to the PHS, of 1964. It's cameo white, and it has been repainted once in the early 90s in lacquer. Has Krager wheels, although I still have the original wheel covers for the car. That's the original California license plate that the original owner used while he was still alive in California. He passed away in 2000. This car came from the factory with power steering, brakes, and it has the J77 option, which was the tri-power 3-deuce car that so many people added after the fact, but this car came from the factory with a tri-power or 6-pack. Chrome is good, original glass. If you look down the sides of it, panels fit really nice. Show you inside the car. That's my bobble-headed dog Elvis. He's as old as the car is. Now this car came from the factory with a 2-speed power glide, but it has since been replaced with the R200 4-speed overdrive transmission, which really makes it nice on the highway. And I still have the original power glide transmission for it. Of course, this is the optional and extremely difficult to find wood grain wheel. If you're familiar with it, you know how expensive those are, if you can even find them, because they were made 1 year. And that was in '64, obviously. So, anyway. Let you walk all around the car. Hope you enjoyed looking. Everybody stay healthy and safe, and roll tide from Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama.
So thank you to Scott Reeves for that really nice footage of that GTO, 1964 Pontiac GTO. Also a shout out to Elvis, the bobble-headed dog. The question in my mind is, does the dog come with, or does the dog stay with the owner? I wouldn't blame him if he wanted to keep that. I know I would consider it. I don't know that I would let it go with the car, but that's a personal choice he has to make. But yeah, sweet car, and I thank him so much for that footage, as well as everyone else who has shared footage with me this week. This is an embarrassment of riches. It's nice to see this podcast coming together as far as people engaging with me in the way of sharing footage. Also, if you've got a muscle car in your garage, I would love to see it. Just take your cell phone and walk around it, take a footage, hold your camera horizontally like this for a wide shot. Don't go vertical. It's very difficult for me to work with vertical footage. But just walk around the car. If you feel like it, talk it up, just kind of like you're telling a friend about it. If you're not comfortable talking it up, that's okay as well. You saw the footage from Franz Kaiser earlier in the program. I just put some music under it, and there's some really nice footage that we all can enjoy. So please consider sharing some footage with me. Let me pop an email on the screen. Where is it? Right here. This is the email if you're thinking about sending footage to me. Now, the best way to send footage is either with Google Drive or what's the other one? Dropbox or any other third-party file sharing service like that. Just because if you share it in an email, a lot of times they'll reduce the resolution on it. I had our good friend Cedric Davis, who had a Camaro in one of our videos a few weeks ago. He tried to send me some footage this week, and the email reduced the resolution of it. So I'm working with him to try to get some higher resolution footage, sharing either with Google Drive or Dropbox or something like that to get that footage to me. If you're curious, pardon me, if you're curious about how that works, something like Google Drive or Dropbox, there's a link in the description that'll take you to a video with instructions, step-by-step instructions, showing you how to share a file, a video file, using Google Drive or Dropbox. And if you do that, you're going to send it to the email address at the bottom of the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Likewise, if you have, if you're putting on any kind of a muscle car show, either a car show or cruise night or any sort of muscle car related event, please let me know about it. And if you have a graphic for it, please email it to me. I'd love to share it here on the program. And if you're unable to take videos and you have some snapshots, some still images of a car, I'll pop that on the screen as well to share with everyone. Because my goal with this podcast is to be a mirror held up to the muscle car hobby so that we can all see what the others are doing. So we can all see what's going on in this muscle car hobby. I like sharing my own videos, but I enjoy getting videos from others that much more because now we're taking a much broader look at this muscle car hobby, something we can all enjoy. I know I enjoy that, looking at that type of footage. And if you're here watching this podcast, that means you probably do as well. And I thank you for that interest. Hopefully this is something we can all enjoy every single week. I'm here at this time slot every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And I'd love to have you here. If you're enjoying this, please join us every Wednesday night. And also, if you're enjoying this, please share this with a friend. Anyone who you think might enjoy this, please share it on their profile or in a private message. Share it on your own profile. Whatever you're comfortable with in the way of sharing, please do this to help get the word out about the podcast. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps this podcast enormously by feeding the algorithm and telling people that people like this, because that's the way the algorithm works. When you share something, it tells the algorithm that this is something people are responding positively to, and the algorithm consequently rewards me by showing it to more people. So if you could do me that favor, if you enjoy this program and want to support it in a small way, please share it. The algorithm rewards me when you do that by showing it to more viewers, and that's how we grow this podcast. And if you decide to do that, if you decide to share this, I thank you in advance for that. Thank you in advance for your support. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you here same time and same place, 9 p.m. next Wednesday evening. So with that, I will bid you farewell. I thank you for viewing, and we will catch you on the other side. Have a great evening.